It's week 4 of the NFL, where we've got a team that began in Cleveland against one that still calls it home. It's the Rams and the Browns, next on Madden Football.
Along the shores of Lake Erie, the Dog Pound already in full roar. We welcome you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wyatt. Here's Harrison Butker out there to get this thing started. And off we go from Cleveland. This will be taken in at the 2. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
And this is where you really need your quarterback, Mike, to step up and not just lead your offense, but to really establish himself as the leader of this entire team. You're looking to pick up your first win. You're trying to build a little momentum to kickstart what's been a slow start to the season. Remember, another loss here today, 0-4, would all but eliminate their playoff chances. Only one team in NFL history, the 1992 San Diego Chargers, has ever made the playoffs after an 0-4 start.
First play from the 25, and they'll throw. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. In trouble, and down he goes. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Rams punting unit coming out. Take it in, back at his own 12. And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led by their man at quarterback out of the University of Florida. It's Anthony Richardson.
And he's coming off a game where he's pretty much held in check for the majority of the contest. He had a couple nice throws here and there, and I think that's what gives this team hope that he is the quarterback for the future, Mike, because when he's on, it looks like big boy football. The problem is they just don't see it enough. He didn't get into any sort of established rhythm, never found the end zone, and of course he had the one interception. I think today, get him off to a good start, get an idea of what the defense is looking to do to counter you, and find some easy layups to get this quarterback going. I think last week they weren't able to do it, and if they don't find early success today, I have a feeling the result might not be all that different.
Here's 3rd and 7. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Rams offense ready now for their second drive. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points in this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he's free at the 35. And he'll be taken down. Here's 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Putting the tight end in motion. They go play action now. Ritter, a very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. 3rd and long. Here's Ritter to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's Daniel Whelan now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They were 3 and out first time around. They'll begin anew here in this scoreless game. It's 1st and 10. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now a give up the middle. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
Let's go now.
They send a receiver in motion left. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they get this one across mid. And now after that last... So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Now a run on 1st down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Here we go. Set.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll run here with the rookie. He's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. Oh, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to run it to the 5-yard line. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. They'll go with him again. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one. 3rd and goal.
19 line. Go.
Here's Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Butker's kick is good. And the Browns will take a 3-0 lead. So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. This returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So just a... Atwell sent in motion here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. On comes the punter now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Jared Verse there to make the tackle. Here comes 3rd and 6. Richardson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get back to work. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Third and long. The motion man is Nakua. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. Taking off. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Here's 2nd and 6. Owned back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get this up close to a 1st down as the tackle is made right at the midfield stripe. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And a nice job. They pick it up. 1st down. The march continues. They're at the 41-yard line. And he continues to have success running the ball here in the 1st half as he's closing in on 100 yards already. On 1st down, it's Richardson.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Coming up a couple of yards short. This is going to be a turnover on downs. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. He'll drop to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Here's a handoff to Williams. finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's the punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson going for it all. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down. Richardson gonna look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Brought down at the 21, a gain of 1. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Boy, easy call for an official. Once the receiver steps out of bounds, he can't be the first guy to touch it. So that brings out the flag. They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered, and that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. The Ravens still in a dog.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Pretty interesting 1st half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this 2nd half gets underway. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Throwing is Richardson. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now a give on the ground. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Rams have it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage. And I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight. but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Mechie, the man in motion. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. They'll throw out of the gun. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. This throw left is complete with Judy.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That's thrown quickly, taken in by Collins. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Richardson. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around. Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we take you back through the highlights, there aren't many of them from a quarterbacking perspective. He's been unable to sustain a lot in any of these drives and does not have a touchdown pass to this point. First and 10. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll go with Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A shotgun snap. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Punt team headed out for the Rams as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. His drive will start on the ground, and this will be a short pickup to about the 30. He's brought down by Kobe Turner. Second and 11. Collins, the tight end, is the man moving. On second down, they run the counter. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. It is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Richardson. This is intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Well, what this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth, he certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball. And if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Linebacker the reputation of being very instinctive players, and I think we saw it there on that last pass breakup. The ability to diagnose and read the play.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. And this sequence, not one to build on. He's going to lose yardage on the 3rd down, and quickly it brings up 4th down. The Browns getting their punting team out there, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And this ball will be down on the other side of midfield. The Rams offense back onto the field for their next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. The motion man is Nakua. They'll look to throw yet again. Down inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Back to the air one more time. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. It is brought in the end zone. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. The return starts from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Cleveland. They'll stay on the ground. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Up the middle they go. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a 1st down on that gain of 5. Now a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. A handoff here, up the middle, and the Browns are going to have a first and goal. It's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Here's a run. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, another one from the 5, second down and goal. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Big play coming up, third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going nowhere on this one, met and dropped behind the line, and now it is fourth and goal. They'll try to run. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs. Here's first and 10. On the ground, Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with one first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs, keep this drive alive.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. They'll drop to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. The dog pound, as usual, doing their part. This is third down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here we go. This is fourth down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Browns offense headed back to take over once more. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Richardson to throw here on first and 10. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Malik Hooker. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get...
It's week 5 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the Browns' superstar running back. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the Browns and the Ravens on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare and prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
Yeah, when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend 2 plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that is called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also have to defend the scramble play, the breakdown, the improv. That's what makes these quarterbacks so dangerous. And it just takes one breakdown defensively for a big play, and it's 6.
And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. He will not be able to get to the end. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, he's going to be a tough group to match up with.
In motion comes Walker. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his tight end. It's Andrews. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And the pistol, Jackson ready. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. To the air one more time with Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down following a pickup of 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, Jackson, and they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. So the drive stalls out, and here's the Aussie Mitch Wishnowsky to punt. cannot get away. Great job down there to hold them to a short return. The Browns offense going to take over now for the second time. Richardson to throw it here on first down. Trying the right side. Taken in by Collins. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down. They send the tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson.
To say football is a game of inches may be an understatement after that last play. I mean, he gets there just a little bit quicker. He can get 2 hands on it and reel it in. And instead of just forcing the incomplete, he could have had himself a pick.
And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. They'll stick with him again. Here's their punter now. And he's on to punt for the second time in this opening quarter. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. The Ravens offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to throw, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down. They'll motion over Flowers. Play action now. Jackson under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Sending a receiver right. Off the play fake. Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now, Jackson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. And he'll get this only to about the 20. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in...
The ball's out. One of the Ravens has it. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And he will take it in himself. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Here's Richardson.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Yeah, he's trying to make the best of a bad situation here, Mike. Nothing open downfield. He thinks he can tuck it and get it with his legs. He ends up out of bounds, short of 1st.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. On the zone read, it's a give to Wright. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line. In motion comes Walker. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down. Ravens bring their punt team out as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. The drive will start on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. This offense moving quickly, and they'll try to get set. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Now a timeout called by the defense. From the gun, Richardson. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. On 1st down, it's Richardson. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Tight end going in motion here. Now a give on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. 2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. A chance here to draw level before the break. It's 1st and goal. Throwing, Richardson. And he's in! Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Browns. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Open man, that's Flowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now on 2nd down. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson up top again. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Slot man in motion right. Again, it's Jackson. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon, and frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and now it's 4th down. Jackson gonna keep it himself. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Richardson. He's going to air this one out. That's caught! And he's out of bounds, but they're going to spot this inside the 25. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Richardson going to look to throw. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown.
And that's a bit of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're trying to come away with 6, and He forgoes the field goal try. They take a shot in the end zone, and they come away with a touchdown.
So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Browns are on top. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any... On first down, a run for right.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
Second down, Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, here's Jackson. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Jackson now to throw on first down. Here's a screen coming for right. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Bateman is the motion man. To the air one more time with Jackson. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And he's into the end zone. Kez Walker. Touchdown, Baltimore. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Right back to him on first down. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Collins, the tight end, is the man moving. To the ground, a first down run. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Richardson to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, It's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points.
His throw on first down is going to be incomplete. Now a timeout called by the defense. In motion comes Andrews. From the gun, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Play action now. Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. And he will score. Zay Flowers. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker's extra point up and good. And the Ravens have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Out of shotgun, Richardson. That's over the middle and caught by Collins. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he's going to have a 1st down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's got even stronger now here in the second.
That's thrown quickly, taken in by Collins.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. Collins, the tight end, is the man moving. Up the middle they go. And nowhere to go on that one. They lifted him up and threw him down behind the line. Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Looking to throw, Richardson. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs. A give here to Wright. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Jackson now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Jackson. He'll try to run for it.
So the two components to a scramble drill, Mike, is the quarterback has to buy time with his legs, and then all of the receivers need to second reaction and come open downfield late. And he bought time, but nobody was able to separate, and there's nowhere to go with the ball.
Ravens sending the punt team out there as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Room to run at the 35. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. On second down, Richardson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Big play coming up. This is third down. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
I can tell you from firsthand, Mike, seeing it unfold, runs like this demoralize any defense. I mean, he's been doing it pretty much since the beginning of the game, and they have yet to find an answer for keeping him under wraps. He has run wild from that quarterback position.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. Richardson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense make their way out to take over once more. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the ground, this is right. Finding room across midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Jackson. They'll try to set up the screen to Mitchell. And they'll take this down inside the 35. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. A carry here for Wright. Can he get away? No! He's taken down behind the line. Good job by the defense with a negative play. Jackson now on 2nd down. That's to the middle of the field and caught by Walker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial.
He is in. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Throwing, Richardson. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. On the give, it's Wright. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back on the ground and back to Wright. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. The visitors' offense. And Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Wyatt Teller called for the infraction. The road gets a little tougher now. It's 1st and 20. They'll drop to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that is incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. 1st and 10. He'll run with right. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Mitchell. And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get